How do industrial manufacturing companies shift from outdated or no marketing to first century demand generation? I'm going to share three tactics you'll likely haven't even heard, and the biggest marketing mistakes manufacturers make, but more importantly, how to fix them. So let's get right into it. Now, I've had loads of conversations with a lot of manufacturing founders and business development leaders, and there's a consistent theme that I do hear from them. One, we do not have any formal marketing in place. This is, again, not that surprising because the industry typically is very sales focused and there's a lot of sales team and sales interaction that does occur. However, that marketing piece does feel absent. Number two, our sales team heads out to a in-person expo, but there's no real ROI at or even after the expo occurs. Again, not too uncommon. Number three, our website brings in zero leads. Why does your website not responsible for bringing in leads? So I'm going to get into that as well. So let's go into more of the lack of a formal marketing program. It is very common. You do not need to hire a CMO to get that in place. In many cases, you don't even know where to begin, likely, or even who to hire. Hopefully, it's not somebody from accounting, but we can make it really easy for you. Now, what we do for any of our manufacturing clients that we bring in, we always start off with industrial growth blueprint. I'll talk more specifically about that in a future other video. But one of the things that we do is we need to understand where your audience is. What platform are they actually on? Now, we're not necessarily talking about what are they Googling, because we know that they are. That there's billions of people that are still Googling. So that's not the question. It is really more of a, what are the other spaces that they're in? Are they in LinkedIn? Are they in GitHub? Are they over on Reddit? Are they in specific electrical engineering conversations in a subreddit? So we want to know really to understand, where are they? One of the things our team does specifically is help with those clients that have an audience that is overwhelmingly hanging out over on Reddit, and we create a campaign to engage with them. And no, it is not anything having to do with, hard selling or pushing offers. It's really about developing relationships in those platforms. So by understanding where your audience is, on which platform, what your competition is doing, and the presence or lack of your brand presence online, that is how we're going to get started. So whether they're on LinkedIn, they're likely are also on LinkedIn too. But what is your brand doing? How is it interacting, if at all, on LinkedIn? Hopefully, you're not just talking about the brand new salesperson you just hired, because honestly, besides the salesperson, anybody externally, they don't really care. So you really want to address all those new products. Maybe if you got some new square footage in your new manufacturing location in a different state, you might want to have somebody walking around with a GoPro and just show off the space. That would be something interesting to share. So it doesn't always have to be pushing sales or pushing offers. It's just light. It could be educational. It should be educational, but it could be light and really just interesting. Do you have specific KPIs or goals set for the company? How many RFQs do you need to acquire each month? Those are things that we're going to look at in terms of like what matters, and really kind of how to formulate a proper formal marketing strategy. We're going to look at your competitors. How are they acquiring those qualified leads every single month? And we're going to develop a method to get more competitive with that specific competitor. Next, number two, how do you get more out of your sales team that heads out to the expos? So one of those salespeople, they go out to the expo, they come back, they're like, yeah, it wasn't really that great. They got 15 business cards, but what are they actually doing in following up with those that are not ready to do anything with your company right now? If they're not ready right now, are they being entered into an email marketing campaign to be nurtured over time? And I don't mean emailing them with offers or your next new product line. I mean helpful, valuable information, or inviting them to your next webinar. Make use of those newly acquired names. You got them. Your sales team worked for them. You might as well make the most use out of them. And number three, I see this one happen way too often, and it's, you've got that website and it's not bringing in leads. So listen, The website likely cost your company several thousands of dollars, or in many cases, tens of thousands of dollars. So why isn't it bringing in leads to your sales team? It should have specific goals, objectives, something that it should be delivering your company every single month. Top 3 things that I see wrong. Number 1, poor usability. Your site looks more like a catalog than a place for humans to learn about your products and get simple questions answered. Then offer them the ability to contact a sales rep or join a free educational webinar. So now you have them opt in with just an email. Now you have an email that you can nurture them over time. Look at it this way. I've mentioned this to many of my clients before, but if you look at your website like it's a brick and mortar office or a store. When someone walks in, do you ignore them or do you ask if they need help? Why isn't your website doing that? Especially now that you have the advantage of having an AI chatbot, or you can intelligently structure your navigation, your content in such a way that it makes it super easy for them to know exactly where to go next. If you managed all of that, then you're 3/4 of the way better off than most of your competitors. That I can tell you right now. I'm going to save this last one for another video. But if you do not have your analytics informing as to what leads coming into your website, that's something that must be done. It will make your marketing much smarter and, yes, much simpler to track ROI. So I love questions. And if you have any, drop them below. In the next video, we're going to get into some more deeper other marketing tactics, specifically geared toward the manufacturing industry. Hey, also, don't forget, I do have a marketing automation workflow guide specifically for industrial manufacturing. It's got a lot of the stuff that a lot of you, especially if you're overlooking marketing, digital marketing in particular within the business, this is a real big help. So if you're interested and you want to get this, just drop a comment below, marketing automation, and I am happy to share it with you.